You know, we have Deputy Scott Swallow from the Yakima County Sheriff's Office, and he's a guy that he gets to play out on the water during the 4th of July weekend. Good morning, Deputy.
Good morning.
I shouldn't say play. I know you're working, but geez, it'd be nice, you know. I mean, it's not so bad, better than sitting in the office, I guess, right?
Well, they pay us to go out and play on boats. So that's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
And then some of us pay when they pull up alongside us.
Yeah,
there you
what
go.
We shouldn't be doing, right?
That's right, and that's why we're here. That's why you're here today. Tell us about the enforcement. We got Operation Dry Water coming up on waters all around. Where are you guys going to be?
We are going to be on Bumping Lake, Rimrock, and Desert Air down to Columbia all weekend.
What do you mean? Are you on jet boats? Are you on what are you on, and how are you?
Well,
what are you looking for?
we've got boats. We've got some water skis. We do some ramp inspections. So we're just out there doing safety inspections, making sure you have your life jackets, you've got your boater education card, that you haven't been drinking too much, you're not boating impaired. Just keeping everybody safe.
And that's the thing, man. They come up, they say, hey, we're just here to check out your boat, make sure you're licensed and all that stuff. These guys are looking to protect not only you, but everybody else on the lake as well. So
that's right.
Don't be giving our guys a hard time. They're looking out for us.
Yeah, we want everybody to have a good time and make it home in one piece.
Yeah, no kidding.
What are the violations that you see typically on a 4th of July weekend?
Well, we still dealing with folks not having life jackets, PFDs, in good shape, having the right amount, not having what we call the Type 4 throwable life preservers, which is your seat cushion or your life ring, which is not for you. It's for somebody else that might be in distress. Boats not properly registered, or just having proper equipment.
Or having a trunk full of fireworks.
Or a trunk full of fireworks, which is not good with this hot weather up in the mountains.
Man, no way. No way. So every year, do you guys view this as one of those educational, informational, we're giving warnings, or is this is for real and you're getting a ticket if you aren't?
This is for real. We've been doing this for years and years. This Operation Dry Water is a national program. It's been going on for years. We've given out a whole bunch of warnings over the years for the same things, and people are going to be getting tickets.
Yeah, and I noticed you've said in the past that it's not just you guys out there; it's other boaters, right?
Other boaters, fish and game, state fish and game officers will be out.
But I mean, it's other boaters.
Other boaters they see stuff. They give us a call
and
want us to respond and deal with it. People driving, operating recklessly, creating wakes around the shore and marinas and the other boats, or people on jet skis and wave runners. Running, wanting to get too close to the other boats to jump the wakes, which is a hazardous situation, because then you run into each other or you run into another boat and cause a collision and an accident.
Yeah, and the other thing, Lance, is I'm not I've spent a few summers boating back in the day. But I'm not a swimmer. I mean, I've had what we would call the industrial strength life preserver in order to hold my carcass up and out of the water. But you get in an accident out there and you go over. I mean, it's not just you're not like laying on the ground waiting for help. You could be drowning. That's the other thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. The PFD is designed to keep you afloat, whether you're conscious or unconscious, so somebody can help you. If you don't have it on, you're going to sink eventually.
You got a partner here. Introduce your partner here.
So Sergeant Nate Boyer just showed up.
All right.
Better late than never. And he is in charge of the Yakima County Sheriff's Office Swift Water Program.
That's because he was refurbishing his ticket book, getting ready for the weekend. Right?
So Swift Water, you'd be on the lake. I mean, on the rivers, right? Is that what you're doing, right?
Rivers, lakes, both.
Okay,
waterways within Yakima County.
Yeah.
A lot of it falls into Swift Water. The canals, the rivers. Obviously, staying out of the canals is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. I take it, you're probably both dealing with the stand-up paddle boarders, right? Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Do you see a lot of them wearing their life preservers?
No, I do not. That's a huge problem. Most people do not realize a stand-up paddleboard it's classified as a vessel, just like a boat. You're required to have a PFD, either wearing one, a normal one, or a what we call a fanny pack type, or one that's attached to your board. He's also supposed to have a sound device, a whistle, and it's highly recommended on paddle boards you also use your tether If you fall off
right.
and bang your head or something happens, the board drifts away. If you're not tethered to it, you can't pull that board back to you to get to that life jacket
Right.
or your board.
Nate, am I covered if I have a Saint Bernard with a keg on under its neck on my stand-up board with me? Does that cover me for all? No,
You're good.
No, you're
not getting her done, huh?
not gonna work. So,
Okay.
you know,
to
those
try.
basic safety rules. I mean, they're just there to keep people alive. You know, and ultimately, you know, we've had fatalities already this year. You know, with people out having fun, but they take those small safety procedures for granted, and you know that ends catastrophically all too often. And that's what we're
Shortcut
trying
to
to
fun
prevent.
could be the fast track to a lifetime of regret.
We've had how many drownings this year, Sarge?
I don't know how many total this year, but in Yakima County in the last 4 weeks, I was dropping a body off at the coroner's office yesterday, and we've had 5 in the last 4 weeks.
Wow.
Jeez.
So, you know, this is a huge issue that, you know, the public needs to take heed to, because, you know, it's one of those, you know, the lifetime of regrets for the rest of the family. But that person that makes that minor, seemingly, or oversight, ill-fated decision, it's the last one they ever make. And that's something that hopefully we can avoid more of.
Yeah, that's our whole thing for education, is to let people know what they need to be doing, hopefully make the right decision.
Well, dry water, meaning dry as in dry county, the no booze, is that the, yeah, there was
Well, you know, alcohol is, I hate to say this, it is allowed on a boat. It's just illegal for the skipper to be operating a boat impaired.
you can't be fried like the fish, right?
That's right. That's right.
And with this weather, it wouldn't take much to fry a fish.
Well, that's just it. It won't take that much alcohol to really
Yeah.
get to you either.
Oh, yeah.
Or
You know, and there's studies been done with the effects of alcohol on a boat, with the wave motion and stuff like that, that the effects of alcohol set in a lot quicker than they normally would if you're sitting in your chair on the
Right.
backyard.
so if you throw down what you normally do and think
yeah.
you can handle it, it might hit you faster, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden
That's
you're
right.
you're out there and in the process of boating. Now you got to get back and
Right.
not cause trouble along the way. So
You know, and just because it's legal doesn't mean it's necessarily a good idea. When you talk about, you know, falling overboard, because let's face it, you lose your balance, you've lost some of that coordination, which we know drugs and alcohol have those effects on people under normal circumstances. If you're out on a boat in the hot sun, not drinking water, drinking your favorite mixer, that's apt to happen a lot quicker. No life jacket, cold water, hot temperatures. Before anybody on that boat realizes that they have a problem to deal with, they may not be able to
their
help
reaction
you.
times are probably compromised too. And the other thing is, you know, marijuana is legal in this state at your house, but I don't imagine it's legal out on a boat, is it?
No, it's same as alcohol, same comparison.
Yeah.
Well, I know what you guys are talking about, man. I had that happen in my. I was drinking and was on a barge with the radio station up in Moses Lake as a younger man, and jumped into the water. The barge kept going. I couldn't catch up, and I was one breath away. And my friend grabbed my hand. I put my hand up for one last time, but it was because I was drinking. And I was a little inebriated.
We were that close to the morning news with Dave and Jack.
Man, I was. But I mean, I know how, you're out there having a good time and you jump because it's hot, you jump in the water, and all of a sudden you find yourself in a lot of trouble because you've been drinking.
Yeah,
So,
you know, here in Yakima County, you know, we've had 112, 15-degree temperatures lately. But most of our lakes and rivers, it's snow melt.
Right,
When I
right.
was up on bumping 2 weeks ago on that body recovery, it was 63 degrees, and Rimrock was at 59.
yeah, not too long. in
So
that
that's still a shock to the body
Yeah.
if you suddenly fall in, you're not expecting it.
That's right. That's right. Where do you see the most boaters this weekend? What's going to be the craziest waters?
Lake Havasu, let's all go.
You know, I don't know. You know, bumping, we've got some folks up there fishing, but I've seen a huge increase in kayaking and paddleboarding up off the point. Rimrock, you've got your water skiers, wave runners, and folks fishing. Desert Air will have recreators and wave runners and skiing.
You know, some people might think desert air. That's in our county.
The backside,
is.
most people don't realize
Yeah.
Columbia River, backside of it, west side of how you want to look at it, is in Yakima County off the reservation, or the training, the Yakima Firing Center.
Well, now you know. Right on. Okay.
So we'll be down there.
So there isn't going to be a body of water that probably doesn't have people recreating in
Right.
it. The one that I would really caution people that are not for recreating, if you look around, almost all of them have no trespassing signs, or the canals. Then they're very dangerous. There's a reason that they're private property. They're for irrigating, not recreating. Stay out of them. Nothing good comes from being in those. And, and back to everybody being on that boat and out having a good time, have a plan in place of how you're going to deal with a problem if it arises. As the skipper, the person that's running that boat, you're supposed to have the life jackets easily accessible, readily accessible to those people on that boat. Your throwables, if you're in the vessel large enough to require that so that you can rescue that person that goes overboard. It shouldn't be a Where's Waldo search for that PFD that you can get thrown out to somebody when they've fallen overboard or all of a sudden they're in trouble, because they don't have time for you to find that stuff. A little bit of pre-planning, good decision making beforehand can be the difference between one minor mistake becoming 2 or 3 and the domino effect that ends in catastrophe.
Hey,
So,
panic sets in, and your ability to make great decisions goes down the drain. and-
Sarge Boy said, they need to be readily accessible. It's amazing how many times we'll go to do an inspection, and they'll say, I've got all kinds of PFDs on here. Then they have to look for them, and they're stowed away underneath the seat, and they're still in their plastic wrappers.
yeah.
Yeah, they stay
Not good.
nice, but they're not readily accessible in an emergency.
Good points. Good points, fellas. Well, it's all about us being safe and making sure that we're around for the next 4th of July. So thanks for what you do. I can be out there in the heat doing it, keeping everybody safe. We appreciate
It will be warm this weekend.
Right. Be a little warmer in your pocket with a ticket in there, generating heat too. So don't become somebody in that circumstance. Fellas, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Have a
Stay
good day,
safe
everybody.
yourselves.